Hey everyone, it's Erin Floto here, and I am here for a Wellness Wednesday check-in. So, you guys probably noticed I started skipping weeks. I felt like it made a lot more sense to do every other week so that it's more in line with my body focus page and when I do measurements than checking in with just what I ate and everything. So this is how my month turned out. I overall have lost 10 pounds since I started figuring out what I'm doing for my health situation. So that was back in like December. The end of December is when I started to do that. So I have lost 10 pounds. Most of that was lost during keto. And my healthy habits, let's start with my healthy habits this month. Hydration went really, really well. I'm really, really glad about that because that prevents me from having the worst headaches. I get really bad dehydration really easily. So I've done a really good job hydrating this month. So A+ for Erin. Working out. This looks like I worked out more than I did because a lot of this is purely physical therapy and it's not, which I mean is a workout. It is a workout for me. I lose my breath working, doing my physical therapy because it's hard. But I have gone through a regression in my overall working out goals because of my knee. I have had some issues ever since I started going back to New York City, and the stairs were really brutal on my knee. I ordered a knee brace, so hopefully that will help a little bit. But honestly, I'm not sure if it will help or not, but my working out definitely did not go as planned because purely based on my knee. Luckily, because I was on keto, it was helping me lose weight, but I haven't gotten any sort of toning. Honestly, working out was supposed to help my knee. It didn't. So overall, I'm not quite happy about how working out went this month. Yoga, also not totally thrilled with how that went this week. I really need to do yoga in the evenings. When I am traveling, it's kind of hard, especially if I'm like staying at someone's place or something like that, because I don't just want to sit there and do yoga while they're watching TV or something. I feel like that's kind of rude. So I do want to do a lot better with yoga because it really helps me go to sleep. And so my yoga needs to be better. Eating healthy went really, really, really well. I'm really happy with how eating healthy went. Again, this is mostly because of keto. I started keto on this Sunday and kept it pretty well throughout. These couple days where like I didn't put that I ate healthy, it's because I either went like 1 gram over my carbs or I had like bag keto food and whatever. But basically, overall, it went really well. Keto went really well. They have so many more keto snacks than when I did this last year, so it's made it a lot easier. And then my watch rings. I have gotten mostly blue rings. I stopped wearing it on the weekends because I just felt like I was like caring too much, which I know isn't like, that sounds like such a stupid thing to say, but I really wanted to like sometimes let my mind go at ease, especially because a lot of these weekends I was working on a crap ton of orders. So I wanted to make sure that I was getting orders out and I didn't want to feel like I needed to get up and stand except when my body told me I needed to. So I was still listening to my body, just not wearing my watch for any of those blank spaces. And then whenever I got 2 rings instead of 3 rings, being move, standing, and exercise, it was always my exercise ring that didn't get filled. So I know where I need to concentrate. Even if I'm quote unquote cheating and doing an exercise while I'm doing physical therapy, I need to remember to do that. So those are my healthy habits for this month. Like I said, it's pretty much minuses across the board, except for my waist, which unexplainably I gained an inch on my waist when I lost everywhere else. So maybe that was a me problem while I was measuring. I'm not really sure because everything else I lost except for my thighs and knees, which is a good thing because that, and my biceps, those are good things that those are gaining muscle because that was more about toning, concentrating on those. And then like something happened with the calculator and like gave me more of a body fat percentage when I was like losing weight. And I think it's because of this waist number. So I didn't put that down and I'm going to try to figure out what's going on here. I think I was just an idiot because if I lose on my hips and I lose on my midway between my hips and my waist, how am I gaining on my waist? It does not make sense. So, but overall, the big one is the weight. I went from 185.2 to 177. Again, mostly due to keto. And then I use my mood lettering mostly as a self-care situation. I do want to start tracking my self-care a little bit better. So I have my meal log all filled out here. I did not start doing keto until Sunday, so I didn't have like the keto breakdown, and I did a lot of fitness this day. So I'm really annoyed looking at this and then looking at this last week and seeing that they don't really marry up. Again, I have all my health information. I think it's because I stopped putting like a fitness log on here and my knee hurt and all that kind of stuff. I started incorporating it into the weekly and I don't think that worked out so well. Again, health information. Some days on the weekends, I just got really lazy. And then this, I like this type of weekly, but I don't like it because it's really hard for me to track my fitness. This weekly meal log, again, fell off the wagon tracking. Like I've been tracking it on my phone, but I have not always filled it in on here. So I really need to make sure that I like copy it over on here. Maybe it would be good to do that at the end of the week, have a task on my task list that says copy over your meal logs and things. And then again, not the best, but not the worst. And then I was with my friend this week, so I didn't track anything. And then I didn't do keto on Sunday, like I said, because of Super Bowl Sunday. But I tracked it on Monday, and then from there, I was like tracking it on my phone, and like making sure that I had the calories left over to like eat certain types of dinners. But I don't know, I guess I didn't save it, I don't know. And then I started doing my fitness on the dailies, and I'm like, no, you have a spot for that. So I did start moving it over here. And like I said, I have not worn my watch at all for Friday through Sunday. And the last thing I want to do is talk about this Currently I Am page, because really, I think this is a really good like self-care type of method. I'm really liking, and I've done this before, but I really want to go back to this Currently I Am, because it helps me see where things are during the week. So sometimes it's like, it's cool seeing like what I'm reading and watching, but what I'm trying is to lose weight. What I'm eating is keto-tastic food. Again, the keto snacks have been on par. Going back and forth to New York City, hating commuting, and wishing my knee felt better. That is a big one. I really wish my knee felt better. So I think this is a really fun self-care type of method. So I'm tracking a lot of my wellness in terms of my health and my fitness, but I don't think I'm paying enough attention to my self-care, which I would like to do. Yoga is something that is both fitness and self-care for me because it helps me sleep better at night. So I like this tracker for that reason, but I'm going to try to incorporate more self-care type trackers. So please let me know in the comments below what type of self-care trackers that you really like. I also want to do a 10 types video this week, not this week, but in February for 10 types of self-care trackers. So if you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments below. So overall, that was my wellness situation. and then this daily summary, also a really good self-care page that I do because I use it as a self-care device. So overall, I'm happy with my progress in terms of my weight and how I'm eating and things like that. I'm really proud that I was self-disciplined enough to stay on keto while my husband was not. That is not something that would have happened last year. That's not something that would have happened a couple months ago. If my husband wasn't doing it, I wouldn't be doing it. So I'm really, and he's mentioned this several times, that he's really proud that I'm like sticking with it, even if he's like having really yummy smelling wings right next to me for dinner. Like, I'm sticking with keto, and he's joined me on several like keto dinners, and he's looked up a lot of Pinterest meals for keto meals that he would also be interested in. So I'm really glad I have the support there, but that I'm also being self-disciplined and making sure that I'm sticking with keto even if he is not. His numbers just won't allow it right now. Last time we did keto, we didn't really do it for long enough for it to make an impact on his different numbers, but his triglycerides went through the roof, and he's already having a lot of medical issues with his thyroid. He has hyperthyroid, which, like, not fair because I have hypothyroid, but he has been having to undergo tests and things like that. My hypothyroid has leveled out. It's still kind of on the low end, but it's on the low range of acceptable. And I'm hoping to talk to my doctor a little bit to see if I can get it like on the higher end of acceptable, because if I miss a couple pills or something like that, I don't want to dip down. So I'm going to talk to them about that. But overall, I feel like the medication has been helping, and keto has been helping, and hopefully physical therapy gets better. So, like I said, if you have any self-care tips, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to have an entire page in my February setup that I'm going to add about self-care, because I noticed while I was working on January that I wasn't paying enough self-care, but I didn't realize that till after I was doing my February plan with me. So I'm going to add that in. Thank you guys so much for checking in with me. If you are also doing some sort of wellness journey, let me know what is going right for you, what's going wrong for you, what you're looking forward to in February, what you might be changing, all that kind of stuff. I'm really interested in knowing about your journeys as well as you know about mine. Because it is a very vulnerable subject. Like I said, please don't attack people in the comments. Please don't attack me in the comments. I want to keep doing this check-in because I feel like it's helping hold me accountable. So I would like to keep doing it. And if you are a jerk, it's going to make me stop. So please don't be a jerk. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.